Get ready to descend into the unknown. From eerie disappearances and ancient enigmas to artifacts that shouldn't exist, these are the world's most mind-bending mysteries, cases that shrug off logic and hang just out of reach of science. No matter how advanced technology gets or how deep experts dig, some stories still whisper, "You're not ready to know." I'm your host from Hidden Truth Vaults, and today we're prying open 10 unsolved mysteries that still leave experts baffled. Let's open the vault. Number 10. The mystery drones that stalked the U.S. Navy. In 2019, off the coast of Southern California, the U.S. Navy found itself playing cat and mouse with something strange. Unidentified aerial swarms buzzing their destroyers night after night. The USS Kidd, USS Bunker Hill, and several other warships locked radar and infrared sensors on fast-moving objects that darted above them in near-perfect formation. No nation claimed responsibility, and none of the Navy's systems could identify who or what was controlling them. At first, suspicion fell on a nearby cargo ship, but when that ship sailed away, the drones stayed, maneuvering as if aware of each other and the ships below. Investigations continue, but the incidents remain unexplained. Were they cutting-edge surveillance drones, secret prototypes, or something completely unknown? Whatever they were, they flew like nothing man-made and faded without a trace. Number 9. The Miami Stone Circle. In 1998, a construction crew digging in downtown Miami expected sand and bedrock. Instead, they unearthed a perfect 38-foot circle carved into limestone. Archaeologists rushed in. The ring, now called the Miami Circle, was linked to the ancient Tequesta people and dated to over 2,000 years old. It contained 24 carved holes, mysterious basins, and artifacts like shark teeth, tools, and animal bones. But its purpose remains a mystery. Was it ceremonial, astronomical, or spiritual? A calendar, a temple, or a ritual gateway? Today, the site sits protected beneath the glass towers of the city that grew right over it. Beneath the roar of traffic, an ancient enigma quietly endures, reminding us that the ground beneath our feet still hides whispers of forgotten worlds. Number 8. The Haunted Hut of Mount Washington. High in New Hampshire's windswept White Mountains stands an alpine refuge called the Lake of the Clouds Hut, built in 1901 after 2 lost hikers froze to death nearby. Ever since, eerie tales have clung to its walls. Caretakers working alone have reported hearing heavy boots pacing the halls when no one else was present. Others claim to have been woken by icy whispers calling their names. One summer caretaker was reportedly found hiding under a sink, pale and shaking, unable to speak. When he finally composed himself, he described ghostly faces crowding him, watching but never touching. Even seasoned mountaineers who dismiss the stories have described unseen hands shoving them awake or equipment mysteriously vanishing overnight. Whether psychological stress or something less earthly, the hut remains one of New England's coldest paranormal tales. Number 7. Oklahoma's Bermuda Triangle. Deep in Beaver Dunes Park, Oklahoma, locals warn travelers to avoid a place they call the Shaman's Portal. The legend dates back to the 1500s when Spanish explorer Coronado ignored native warnings about cursed sands. Several of his men vanished, leaving no footprints or remains. It didn't end there. Settlers in the 1800s and tourists in modern times have disappeared in the same area. Witnesses described flashes of green light, humming magnetic fields, and mysterious men in unmarked uniforms excavating the dunes under the cover of night. Some say there's a natural energy vortex swallowing living things. Others claim a UFO crashed here centuries ago and still lies buried beneath the desert. Whatever lies under Beaver Dunes, it's claimed lives and explanations alike, and its secret hasn't surfaced yet. Number 6. The Newton Stone of Scotland. Among the misty hills of Aberdeenshire stands a granite monolith known as the Newton Stone. On its weathered surface are two inscriptions, one written in a known Celtic script, the other in an entirely undeciphered alphabet found nowhere else on Earth. For over 2 centuries, scholars and linguists have tried to decode its 6 lines of mysterious symbols. Theories range from ancient Greek to a forgotten Proto-European language, even to messages left by a culture that predates written history. Coiling snake carvings twist alongside the text, hinting at religious rituals or a serpent deity once worshipped in the region. Was it a memorial, a divine dedication, or something meant for readers long extinct? Until its code is cracked, the Newton Stone will keep its secrets locked in plain sight. Number 5. The Boy Who Remembered Dying at Pearl Harbor. When 2-year-old James Leninger began waking up screaming, shouting, "Plane on fire! Little man can't get out!" his parents assumed it was a bad dream. Then he began describing vivid memories of World War II aircraft, down to exact model numbers. James told his parents his name had been James Houston Jr., a Navy pilot shot down over Iwo Jima. He remembered his squadron mates' names, his aircraft carrier, the USS Natoma Bay, and even technical details that a toddler couldn't possibly know. Every fact matched historical records. The real Houston had indeed died in that mission. Psychologists suggested coincidence or subconscious influence, but the accuracy was uncanny. Was it an extraordinary case of children's imagination, or proof that memories can cross the veil of death itself? Number 4. Agatha Christie's 11 Lost Days. In 1926, the celebrated mystery author Agatha Christie vanished in real life. After her husband admitted to an affair, she drove off into the night and disappeared. Her car was later found abandoned beside a quarry, lipstick and papers still inside. A massive manhunt followed. Dogs, planes, and hundreds of police combed the countryside. 11 days later, Christie reappeared at a spa under an assumed name, that of her husband's mistress. She claimed total amnesia. Investigators weren't convinced. Was it stress-induced memory loss, a staged revenge story, or a bid for publicity? She never spoke of it again, even in her autobiography. It's almost poetic that the Queen of Mystery wrote her own best unsolved plot, one still debated nearly a century later. Number 3. The Beale Treasure Cipher. In early 19th century Virginia, a man named Thomas Beale allegedly buried a fortune of gold, silver, and jewels. Before disappearing, he left 3 encrypted letters, the Beale Papers. One cipher, decoded with the Declaration of Independence, describes the treasure itself. The other 2, listing its location and the identities of his partners, remain unsolved after 2 centuries of furious effort. Treasure hunters have tunneled, mapped, and even died searching the hills around Bedford County. Some believe it's all fiction. Others swear the treasure sleeps below. Every few years, a new theory surfaces, new coordinates are plotted, and the hunt begins again. Whether elaborate hoax or fortune in waiting, the Beale cipher still taunts every would-be codebreaker. Number 2. The Skull-Helmeted Infants of Ecuador. In 2016, Archaeologists at Salongo, on Ecuador's coast, made a find that unsettled even seasoned researchers. 2 infant graves where each baby wore another child's skull as a helmet. The smaller skulls were carefully shaped to fit over the infants' heads, and the faces aligned through the outer skull's hollow eye sockets. The burial site dates back over 2,000 years, with no known parallels in archaeology. Some believe the helmets symbolized protection during a time of famine or disease, perhaps meant to shield the young in the afterlife. Others think they were part of ancestral or warrior rituals. Yet no explanation feels complete. Across millennia, the tiny skull helmets still confront us, macabre relics of belief systems we can scarcely imagine. Number 1. The Mystery of the Leatherman. From the 1850s through the 1880s, a silent wanderer roamed New York and Connecticut on a fixed 365-mile loop that he completed every 34 days, almost to the hour. Dressed entirely in handmade leather, he rarely spoke, accepted charity without begging, and slept in caves locals still called Leatherman's shelters. Towns marked his passing like clockwork, and children grew up timing their lives around his appearances. When he died in 1889, newspapers named him Jules Bourglet, a Frenchman disgraced by love and exile. But when researchers exhumed his grave in 2011 to verify the story, they found no human remains, only animal bones. Who was he? A penitent? A genius recluse? Or a myth wearing skin and boots? His identity remains a ghost story that walks the same paths he once trod. From vanishing sailors and haunted huts to cryptic stones and wandering legends, these stories remind us how little we truly understand about the world, or ourselves. Some mysteries eventually yield their secrets, but others endure, quietly reminding us that the universe doesn't owe us answers. Thanks for watching Hidden Truth Vaults. If exploring strange tales and forgotten truths lights a spark in you, hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more journeys into the unexplained. Remember, some secrets aren't lost. They're simply waiting for someone brave enough to look.